Hello, guys. I'm just actually wondering here if you can hear what I'm saying. I hope you can. So, uh, no, you've not seen me for a while, and that's because I had to go away and deal with prescription drugs that I was overdoing. I was messing about with. So I had to go and deal with these prescriptions and get myself back to some sort of normality, do you know? Uh, and I've moved away from the area I'm in, do you know? And I'm good. I'm good. I'm blessed. So am I. And I couldn't get into the channel at first, do you know, but now that I'm back in it, I'll put more content on it, do you know. But I'm not wanting to follow this with fucking mad stories of violence and this and that and that thing, do you know, because do you know, we hear that every day and we see it every day, do you know. So I like to try and put some kind of positive spin on this, do you know, and have a laugh, do you know what I mean? Tell a few stories, tell a few bits and pieces, do you know what I mean? And I'll come on and maybe give a wee story I remember for this or that, the next thing, do you know, that was that I found quite funny. And we'll go for there. And we'll see. As you say, it's here in the podcast. I mean, I know about some of the people we see in prisons, you know, and it's not so much anymore that you see real bad mental health cases like him, because that was probably 1994 or 5, something like that. Do you know what I mean? So we're talking what 20, 30 years ago. You know, it was a long time there, and it fucking feels like yesterday, by the way. No, it just kind of hit me like that there. It feels like fucking yesterday. Do you know? And as you know, I spent 23 years in prison, right? And it's so long, yet it's so fast, right? It's unbelievable, right? And funnily enough, the treatment centre I was in there was like that. And it was regimented and it was very much like prison. And I took it quite easy. So I did. That's because I'm used to this type of environment. I'm hardwired like that. And I don't want to be, do you know? And right now, that's what I'm working on. Breaking that way of thinking, do you know? I've moved out the area. I've got a nice flat. So I have, do you know, bit of YouTube going on, bit of this, bit of that, you know, getting peace and quiet. And I've got a right solid ring of people around me now that I've worked with before, I know for the past, right? And they've moved into jobs and different things. So I've got a good working relationship with people, do you know? And right now, while I'm on here, I'm going to thank my care manager, Emma Laird, right? Now, I'll probably get a doing for mentioning her name, right? A bollocking for mentioning her name, but don't worry, right? Because she has to be acknowledged, right? She saved my life on more than one occasion. But I'll tell you what else, right? She stood by my side and she's had faith in me when nobody else did, when I didn't even have faith in myself, put it that way, right? And I was just a scared big guy, no, acting out on the traumas in my own past. And, do you know, and it's not nice to look at yourself and see yourself as a bad guy. Do you know what I mean? I like people to like me and stuff like that. I'm that type of guy, and believe it or not, I'm no horrible to anybody. Do you know, I'm not a nice guy, but I've got a fucking side to me that's really dark, and do you know, and it makes me wonder sometimes. I've actually thought to myself at times, no, do I even have such a thing as feelings? And see, when you're at that point, you're asking yourself these questions, you know that you need help, right? But I'm running on ego, right? So I'm running on, no, you don't need help, fuck's sake, man. I'm a tough guy. No, I'm a tough guy for the Gorbals. I don't need to. I take help off cunts. Help is for BAMs. No, putting your on it's for BAMs. No, fucking daft meetings and all that and this and that. That's for fucking mad Bible bashers and this and that and that thing. Aye. All fucking poofs and grassies and this and that. and it's a meetings that I've been at today twice, and it's a meetings that I've prayed into God. He keep me good. Do you know? And I'm going to do something now, right? And I'm going to ask you to comment on this. I'm going to run you down on what I suffer for, right? And then I'm going to ask you the one question, right? So let's look at it. Let's start off, right? So I have diabetes type 2, right? I have a liver transplant, right? I have esophageal varices, that's big blood vessels that could bleed down my esophagus. Down the inside of my left leg, I have no feeling, nor on the top of my knee and the part of my foot. The other leg, I suffer from sciatica on it. Right, I've got sleep apnea. Right, I've sleep apnea. I have, and I've just found out that I've got a degenerative disease in my spine. Right, so that's quite a lot of things. Right, now, with that alone, tell her what else I've got is I've got a super large surgical hernia, right? Because they've been in there twice now. I have a scar running for here, right? Right down to my belly button, and then the full length of my insides, right? Where they've lifted a flap up basically to transplant me. So what's happened is that my abdomen came apart as well, and that's pushed through. So that's another operation. So that's another thing you can add to that, right? Physical, right? Mentally, right? I'd say I'm strong. I'd say I'm in good fit, spiritual, mental condition that can fucking operate, blah, 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 right? And a lot of the stuff that I done in my past, I ensured I was straight while I was doing it. I can't blame drugs for a lot of it, right? And that's no good, but, you know, and just lately, I had a real bad emotional breakdown that lasted for about 2 or 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks or something like that, and the tears were just streaming down my eyes. And I realised a lot of stuff. I'd done a lot of work on myself. I've never visited my parents' graves. I've not grieved all them. I've lost them all while I was in prison. I was transplanted and saved, and they were all took away. I felt as if I'd done a deal with the devil. And things have just went on for there. And I do believe now, the day if you ask me about mental health, I think I suffer from a wee bit of depression maybe. Whatever else, right? No, I'm probably just fucking psychotic. Fuck's sake, man. Probably just fucking listed down as a fucking pure out and out liability that fucking nobody should go near. Because if they are, they're going to the fucking High Court. And it's as simple as that. Ah, fuck, man. But the question I'm going to ask you next, and this is amongst other things, being injured with, firearms and been injured with knives and stuff like that. It's stabbed 14 times amongst other things, right, in the last couple of years. Should I be alive? That's the question. Should I be alive? Right? My answer to that, honestly, is no. Right? which means I'm not looking after myself, right? So if I'm not looking after myself, who's looking after me, right? Because I've come back for some situations. I've had sepsis twice. I've had, you name it, right? By the way, half one of my lungs isn't there either. By the way, due to sepsis, right? And that's how I know I'm a warrior, a fighter and a survivor. Yeah, I'm weak as a kitten at times. But that's alright, because the day I know that's alright to be like that, there's no shame in that. Yeah, there is. There's absolutely no shame in it whatsoever. And there's no shame in getting somebody to fucking blow the ego right off your back and humble you sharp again, and that's where I had to get. And I'm going to tell you, right, a lot it was at the podcast, right? I was walking about as if I was all fucking Pacino. Guys stop me and all that, want autographs and all the rest of it, and I'm not comfortable with a lot of that either. Guys want to stop with bottles and all that. No, I'm finding it hard to differentiate between friend and foe at this point. Anybody that's approaching me in threes and fours and whatever, I'm saying to myself, listen, are they here? No, for a good reason, or are they here for a bad one? Do you know? And it was starting to get to me. And on top of that, my ego's building and all the rest of it. Next thing I forget to look after myself. Next thing I'm full of prescription drugs. Next thing I'm topping up on them. Next thing I'm fucking taking fucking coke, right? So I'm smoking copious amounts of fucking weed, right? And what happens, right? I ends up in a bubble of fucking darkness that I fucking barely get out of. Right? And I'm going to tell you something now, right? And this is the fucking God's honest truth. If my mother should turn in her grave, right? 2 nights before I asked for help, right? I was standing at my fucking cupboard where my fridge is, right? And I was looking across to where my toilet door is. Now, I always close my toilet, right? I'm OCD sharp way, right? Because I believe that toilets have germs and that and they can get out of there, right? Whether ever knows a different thing. My toilet's spotless, but hey-ho, right, it's going to be shut anyway. And I've looked across and I watched the honel of the door going down. A long honel, watched that going down and the door opening. And it's on a wee toilet with a shower stall and it hits the top of the pan and stops, right? Now, usually I would run a million mile, right, and shite myself. Something told me to go into that toilet, right, and it was as if my feet were doing what my head was telling them not to. And I walked right into that toilet, and see, when I walked in, it felt as if somebody had put a blanket around me and it was telling me that I was going to be alright, right? And I went away and I went to bed and I woke up in the morning and I went to walk in, and when I opened the door, I've got a big mirror and I've opened the door and I seen myself as a dead person, right? And at that moment, right, I came out that bubble, right? I got a bit of clarity in my mind, right? And I decided, right, to take, right, my life by the scruff of the neck, right? And that's what I did, right? And I was in help a couple of days later, right? There's no shame, right, in relapse. No, we're no invincible people. I'm just a punter, right? That suffers for illness addiction, right? And I always will, right? It's up to me to maintain that. But as I say, my wee flat is absolutely spanking, so it is, right? Like, take a wee look around it, right? Right, here we go. Right, where are we at this point? Right, here we go, right? So, that's us coming round, right? There's a big fucking TV, curtains, right? Oh, it's nice and comfy. Look at the big chair, look at that thing, you know. Right, can you see that? No, you've got to go up that way to see it. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. It's a big, massive recliner. So it is. It's and it's a fucking business. So, yeah, you're out there, right? And then you're heading on towards the bedroom, right? Which is, oh, what's that there? Oh, my wardrobe. Oh, it's oh, fucking big fucking, a big double bed. Come on, any of you. Big doubler. Who's that? Horrible cunt, that fucking 40. Fuck's sake. Yeah, let's turn that round and look at this other direction. Right, you see better now, guys? Ah, now we're looking fucking fresh, right? There you go, that's my wee fucking hallway. Right, like my wee desk, that's for doing my daily writing and stuff. My pal, I lost my good pen. My pal, Bob the bastard. There's your mention, Bob. Bob gave me this pen and he sent it in for me. And I don't know if you can see exactly what it says. It says Big Gerry are the best in a beautiful box. So thanks, Bob. And I use it regularly. Oh, there's some fucking toiletries. There you go. Right, bang, bang. Right, then we're coming in. So we're, as you come across the fucking curtains. There's my wee bedside table, one of wee books I'm reading. There's the old bed, man. Oh, t-shirt alert. That shouldn't be like that. Right, that's a fucking yellow curtain to myself. Bang, bang. This is my hallway, guys. Just the way it is. This is my wee toilet. So it is. Great wee place. The bath. Big, massive bath, man. And a shower. Right, so you're good to go, man, at any point. In fact, I maybe jump in the bath, maybe go for a bath, and see what's happening. So that's about it, troops. Right, so I'm comfortable, and I'm all right, and I'm safe, right, and that's what I want anybody else that listens to this that's got any issues, right, regarding anything we've spoke about here, right. And I also want to tell you that I'm here. If you need me, send me a message. Send me a message and I'll get back to you ASAP. No, and if you're in the Glasgow area, right, because it's time for me to start getting back what I was given, and that was for free. So anybody out there struggling, just contact me. I want you to have a good night, guys. Before you go to bed, tell yourself you're a warrior. So when you wake up in the morning, tell yourself the same thing, because it's the truth. Good night and God bless, guys.